Every civilization has asked the same question. How did our world begin? Long before telescopes, before science, and before written history. The ancient Greeks told a remarkable story about the birth of the universe. This is not history. It is mythology, and this is where it begins. According to the ancient poet Hesiod, in the beginning there was chaos. Today, the word chaos usually means confusion or disorder. But that is not what the ancient Greeks meant. Chaos was the primordial void, an endless emptiness that existed before the earth, before the heavens, before the sea, and before time itself. There was no light, no life, no sky, no mountains, no oceans, only infinite silence. Then, something extraordinary happened. From the silent void, creation began. The universe was no longer empty. For the first time, existence itself started to take shape. One by one, the primordial beings emerged, laying the foundations of everything that would follow. The first of these beings was Gaia, the earth itself. To the ancient Greeks, Gaia was far more than the ground beneath their feet. She was the living foundation of creation, the great mother from whom mountains, valleys, forests, and eventually generations of gods would arise. Without Gaia, there could be no world for life to exist upon. She was the beginning of everything solid and enduring. As Gaia came into existence, the empty void began to transform. Mountains rose where there had been nothing. Rivers carved their paths through untouched land. Valleys stretched across a newborn world that had never known life. The earth itself had taken its first breath. The stage was now set for the rest of creation. But Gaia did not emerge alone. Another primordial force appeared alongside her. Tartarus, an abyss so vast and so deep that even the gods would one day fear it. In later Greek mythology, Tartarus became the prison of the Titans and the place where the wicked were punished. But in the beginning, it was simply one of the foundations of the universe itself, a reminder that creation included not only beauty but also unimaginable depth. Next came Eros. Today, many people imagine Eros as a winged child carrying a bow. But the earliest Greek myths describe something far older and far more powerful. Primordial Eros was the force that drew all things together. Without him, creation could not continue. He represented attraction, union, and the power through which new life and future generations could come into existence. Then emerged Nyx, the goddess of night. Beside her stood Erebus, the embodiment of darkness. Together they introduced shadow into the newborn universe. To the ancient Greeks, darkness was not evil. It was simply another essential part of creation. Just as day cannot exist without night, the universe required balance from its very beginning. Gaia then brought forth Uranus, the sky. He became the heavens themselves, stretching endlessly over the earth and embracing everything below. Together, Gaia and Uranus formed the first divine family. From their union came the mighty Titans. They were not the rulers of Olympus, that age had not yet come. The Titans belonged to an older generation, closer to the birth of the universe itself. Among them was Cronus. At this moment, he was simply one son among many. Yet destiny had already chosen him to change the course of the cosmos forever. Yet the harmony of the first family did not last. Uranus feared the power of his own children. According to Hesiod, he forced them back into the depths of the earth, imprisoning them within Gaia herself. For Gaia, this was not only an act of cruelty, it was unbearable suffering. She carried her children within her, unable to free them. In her grief, she resolved that the rule of Uranus could not continue. To end their suffering, Gaia forged a sickle from adamant. a mythical substance described by the ancient Greeks as impossibly hard. She called upon each of her children, asking who would stand against Uranus. Most remained silent. The task was too great. But one Titan stepped forward. His name was Cronus. Cronus did not accept the sickle out of ambition alone. In Hesiod's account, he became the only one willing to challenge his father. The choice before him would change the universe forever. In that moment, he ceased to be merely one of the Titans. He became the instrument through which one age would end and another would begin. Cronus confronted Uranus. With a single act, he overthrew the ruler of the heavens. We need not imagine the violence to understand its meaning. For the ancient Greeks, this moment symbolized the passing of one generation of divine power to the next. The reign of Uranus ended, and the first age of the cosmos came to a close. Yet Greek mythology often reminds us that even moments of conflict can give rise to unexpected beauty. From the sea emerged Aphrodite, the goddess of beauty, love, and desire. Ancient poets described her rising from the sea foam, carried gently to the shore. Her arrival marked a powerful contrast. From the end of one age came the promise of beauty, harmony, and new beginnings. With Uranus gone, Cronus became the new ruler of the cosmos. The age of the Titans had begun. At first, peace seemed to return to the world. The old order had fallen, and a new king now stood at the head of creation. But Greek mythology teaches us that power is never permanent. Every new beginning already carries the seeds of its own end. Then came a prophecy. Just as Cronus had overthrown his own father, one day one of his children would overthrow him. This warning would change everything. It was no longer an enemy standing before him. It was the future itself. From that moment on, Cronus no longer ruled with confidence. He ruled with fear. Fear is one of the oldest themes in Greek mythology. Cronus had defeated the most powerful being in existence, yet no victory could protect him from destiny. Every passing day reminded him of the prophecy. Every future child became a possible threat. Without realizing it, Cronus had begun to resemble the very father he had once opposed. The cycle was repeating itself, and so the first chapter of Greek mythology came to a close. The universe had been born. Earth and sky had given life to the Titans. Cronus now ruled the cosmos, but the greatest stories had not yet been told. Soon another child would be born, a child whose name would become known throughout the ancient world. A child destined to challenge the Titans, reshape the heavens, and become the king of Olympus. His name was Zeus.